All right, cheers and salutations. Welcome one and all to Chicago Reacts. My name is Kit. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way all you lovely, beautiful people are made aware when we upload new content. You get it upon our YouTube channel. And you know what? We saw a video from Whistling Diesel about the Cybertruck. He did a second test, and you know what? I thought of the old rhyme, truck. But well, now I'm not going to do the name game for the Cybertruck. But without further ado, this is a video from Brandon Herrera testing the Cybertruck bomber theories. As we all know, something took place in front of Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas where a truck went kaboom. Now, look, none of this was on my bingo card for 2025, and already we're, 19 days in, and a lot of crazy stuff is going down for 2025. I wish that wasn't the case, but okay. Okay, let's go ahead and check this video out from Brandon Herrera. Please support the original content creator. That link can be found in the description box below, so there you go. So let's go ahead and check it out, but without further ado, since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's play this video in a 3, a 2, and an uno.
On January 1st, a Cybertruck loaded down with fireworks and accelerants exploded outside of Trump Tower in Las Vegas, injuring 7 people and involving the death of the bomber whose body was found in the driver's seat of the vehicle.
So the individual that was in that truck is obviously deceased.
Now, the official story, as reported, is that the driver used a .50 caliber Action Express Desert Eagle to end his own life before the explosion occurred, leading to a lot of speculation and casting doubt on what officials say happened. How was the muzzle flash not seen? How is it that nobody heard the shot? Could this have been a setup where the car was set to autopilot with a dead driver from the start? Today, we're going to put those theories to the test.
We're going to take some shots with the Desert Eagle here.
By the way, dig into Fidel Castro beard. He's Brandon Herrera. In an alternate universe, is the Fidel Castro of Cuba, but instead of going communist, it's capitalist.
A lot of people actually overestimate the recoil and the power of the 50AE. Don't get me wrong, this is a very powerful handgun. But when it comes to the recoil, people expect this to, get blown out of your hand or whatever, but in reality, it's very controllable. So as long as you're not handing this to like an inexperienced 100-pound woman in a bikini, it's...
That's... anyways, never mind.
Honestly, really not bad. Now, Connor, you've never shot a Desert Eagle before, have you?
Only in video games.
Well,
Video games count.
That's half the battle, frankly.
Yeah, so far as I understand, this will blow a dog's head smooth off.
It's much more powerful than the 9mm, which, according to our now former president, will
blows the lung out of the body.
Hey, that's... Oh, the fact that man didn't even have a functioning brain cell, not even one. 4 years of embarrassment.
I really don't think it's that bad. Let me know what you think.
It's got a little bit of recoil. Yeah, which my first impression of the Desert Eagle, again, when you pulled it out and showed me, it's bigger than I thought it would be.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
It's a big handgun.
Now, while I think that the recoil and everything with the Desert Eagle might be overblown, let's not undersell exactly how much power is behind this thing. To demonstrate that, we've got our White Claw penetration test, but we've got 3 claws in a row just to kind of show the amount of muzzle energy we're dealing with on a pistol like this. I don't have a funny line, but I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway because I'm freezing to death. In 3, 2, 1.
You could say you took the trash out. It's a funny line.
Yeah, so that's what we're working with here.
So look at that shit.
This is all ripped to pieces. We got flakes of aluminum can everywhere. That's a
lot of shotgun shells, man. What the hell happened?
Pretty well ripped that up. Connor, get the fuck away. Get away from
Connor.
So it's a new year and we're all looking for a fresh start. Maybe you want to eat better, lose some weight, hit the gym more. We all have bad habits we want to stop and good new ones to start. Make this the new year that you start getting out of debt and stop being crushed by it. And that's why we're sponsored by our friends at PDS Debt. If you're making monthly payments on your debt and your balances aren't going down, PDS might have a solution for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score. Bad and fair credit is accepted. So you can save more and pay off your debt in just a fraction of the time. So make this the year that you take control of your debt. Get your free debt analysis now at pdsdebt.com/bh. That's pdsdebt.com/bh. It only takes 30 seconds. Thank you for PDS Debt for sponsoring the video. Back to it.
All right, so now we're on a private road on private property, so we don't have to worry about testing things that are potential.
Oof. Okay, self-drive. Oh. Huh. Interesting about self-driving cars. Okay, yeah.
Actually unsafe in the general public. We're going to turn on autopilot, and now I'm going to pretend that I'm texting and driving and not paying attention. And as you see, it yells at me, and eventually it's going to get so angry that I'm not paying attention to it that it's going to ask me to take control, and then it's going to shut off autopilot right now. Auto steer is now unavailable for the rest of the drive. Hold steering wheel to drive manually, and so now it basically forces me to now take control of the car.
Hypothetically, let's say you were a lifeless corpse with your eyes peeled open. Do you think the truck could drive itself?
Let's say I just capped myself with a 50 caliber Desert Eagle per se. Could I have my car chauffeur me to, let's say, the front of a well-known hotel in the Vegas Strip?
What are you delivering?
Fireworks. Well, for one, I'd have to reset and I get an autopilot warning. By the way, I'm actually fucking getting real warnings on this to test science. I think if I get 5 strikes, then I'm no longer allowed to use autopilot for a week. I get fucking scolded. So currently the Tesla Cybertruck is not on full self-driving. It is full self-driving supervised. So basically they just want to make sure this car will it'll drive for you, it'll take turns for you, it'll adjust to traffic, it'll merge, it'll do whatever, especially if you route it through the map, it'll go where you want to go. They want to make sure there's a live human that's watching and at least making sure that it's not going to do some traffic error that's going to kill somebody. All right, so now we're going to test this. Let's say that I don't have
We live in interesting times, yet we will see things that will traumatize generations for years to come.
a phone in my hand, but my eyes are open, technically staring in the front direction, but I am limp and lifeless, and my eyes are open, not paying attention to the road. Just as a hypothetical. Wow, what a great day here in Vegas.
No, Brandon, get up. Get up.
And yeah, so yeah, that would have cut off my ability to use autopilot, and it would have interrupted. So it immediately figured out that if I'm not paying attention, it's giving me warnings.
What if, hypothetically though, you're a corpse sitting there and you've been propped up with your eyes open?
I feel like that's unlikely. That you just, you know, fucking doink yourself in the fucking forehead and you're girdled upward.
I don't know, I'm working off the hypothesis that somebody shot him and then set him up in the car.
Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like Clockwork Orange the corpse.
So now that we understand the limitations of self-driving a little better, let's address the official narrative of him pulling the trigger outside of the Trump Hotel. I mean, security footage should be able to see the muzzle flash and bystanders hear the report of the weapon, right?
Well, we can try to replicate the angle and see if that's something that you would even be able to see. Because to be honest with you, I don't know. I know this has a huge muzzle flash, but I also don't know if it's something that can be picked up on from far away from surveillance video alone. But I do know how we can find out. So in order to test this, we're going to try to get a camera roughly at about the same angle that the security camera would have been recording the Cybertruck from. I will be sitting here in the driver's seat, shooting backward at body armor panels in my rear seat of the Cybertruck. Sorry, this is all just kind of a mess. But the goal of this is to see if any of the flash is visible from the security camera angle back at the truck. And if we have to do this again, we'll probably do one with the windows up and one with the windows down, just to give it the biggest chance possible.
And I'll be wearing the body armor in the back seat to ensure that the bullet...
Either way, we should get some answers. Sorry, just light reading. All right,
Of what?
biggest chance possible.
Ah. Huge pen.
And I'll be wearing the body armor in the back seat to ensure that the bullet...
Either way, we should get some answers. Sorry, just light reading. All right, so now that we have a camera set up roughly at the angle of the surveillance video, now it's time to really put the muzzle flash theory to the test. So I will be loading this Desert Eagle with exactly 1 round for safety purposes, aiming, which is a little weird because the Cybertruck has a good bit of room inside of it, but not when you're trying to aim into the back seat facing forward. I'll be taking the Desert Eagle and aiming it at a ballistic vest in the back seat.
I will be wearing the ballistic vest to
No.
confirm the muzzle flash is present.
No.
Kind of like a baseball umpire.
Dear YouTube reviewer, we are absolutely fucking not doing that.
We'll be using the soft body
The YouTube reviewer is not a human, but a robot.
armor vest there. This isn't a sponsored video or anything, but we've got the Premier Body Armor panel there. So we got the bullet safe. These are all, I think, 3A panels. 3A is not rated to stop 50 AE. Will it? Quite possibly, but just in case, we have the front side panel here of the Premier Body Armor. We've got the bullet safe panel in the middle, and then we'll have the back side just to make sure that, you know, the round is actually caught in the soft armor and doesn't penetrate my fucking back seat.
It'd penetrate your back seat any day of the week.
I was gonna say fucking leaving that wide open. Just like your back seat. If we were using harder armor, like let's say steel or ceramic, we'd obviously be worried about hitting the plate and having spalling go all over, which could potentially be a safety hazard, not only for damaging the vehicle, but also for me, the shooter. That's why we have the soft armor, the more like woven fabric, Kevlar kind of stuff, because it's more likely to, instead of just, you know, make the bullet disintegrate and spall all over the place, it's going to actually catch the round. Even still, I will be the only one in the car. I will be wearing eye pro and doubling up on ear pro because Jesus, this is a loud handgun when you're outside. When you're inside a car with closed windows, this is going to be just downright unfortunate. A lot of people in my personal life make fun of me for having military-grade tinnitus. However, much like the rest of my equipment, my tinnitus is much better than military-grade.
Now, the model of Desert Eagle we're using should actually theoretically have more
By the way, folks, don't try this at home.
flash given these cuts right there on the side of the barrel. These essentially act as a muzzle brake. They're just vents here to vent the gas out the side, basically act to reduce the recoil and the vertical muzzle rise, which is really helpful on such a high caliber pistol. And if details of weapon design like that are interesting to you, I would definitely recommend checking out sdi.edu down in the description.
Another thing I really should mention before we do this, these are supposed to be shatterproof windows.
Oh my fucking God.
What I'm particularly worried about is the just intense pressure, especially with the vents here on the front of the pistol, just causing these windows in such a confined space to shatter. However, for the sake of science, that does beg the question, if it breaks my windows, why the fuck didn't it break his? I mean, they broke eventually, but that's a different, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fireworks.
All right, so I'm putting in my first layer of Ear Pro. We have the front side of our 3A ballistic vest, we have our 3A panel in the middle, and we have our 3A panel behind it. Moral support. All righty. Fingers crossed we don't break my fucking windows on this one. Potentially.
Boy, actually, can you imagine doing the repair job? I mean, obviously, the people who were fixing Whistling Diesel's Cybertruck, they're probably going through a lot, but they're gonna wonder, like, hey, how come there's bullet rounds in this vehicle?
Ruining my personal, very expensive car. In 3,
2,
2,
uno.
1.
That wasn't loud.
Right. Let's see. My windows are intact. All right. Well, let's. Oh, I can hear again. Let's see if I just put a hole in my fucking back seat. So, we have a very, very ominous hole right in the center of the body armor here. And behind it, okay, it caught in the first plate, thank God.
Okay, good.
So, second plate, you can definitely see some deformation where that hit with some energy. But yeah, no, we're good. It caught in the first plate. Damn. Body armor panel stopping 50 AE like a fucking Chad. Now let's go back and review the footage.
Interesting.
So, couldn't really see shit from muzzle flash. Even at 30 frames per second, you couldn't see dick. Let's take out one of the variables. I don't know if he had tint on his vehicle, but I know that I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll down my windows and we can try that again and see if we can still see any muzzle flash. All right, so trying this again. Once again, hopefully not putting a hole in my fucking seat. Firing in 3, 2, 1. All right, Vest definitely moved that time. Gun's clear. All right, so honestly, that I didn't even see any muzzle flash, just even me being in the car and looking. But we'll see what the camera looks like. But got our second hole in the vest. That's always scary looking at it from that side. My book is fine, my seat is fine. Again, didn't even penetrate. So we have caught 2 rounds of 50 AE in this 3A vest. So no excuses from there being glare on the windows, tint, anything. We had the windows rolled down. If you can't see the muzzle flash on that one, I don't know what to tell you. So,
okay, I mean, you know, that whole bombing is suspicious, by the way. Just everything about it. It doesn't add up. Nothing does.
I guess let's go check it out. So honestly, you guys were standing probably, what, 20 yards away or so? How did that sound with the windows up, like from the outside?
So with the windows up, didn't hear anything. I was wearing Ear Pro. I laid down on the ground because I was terrified.
Shut up.
He hid behind a tree.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I thought you were fucking with me.
No, I actually laid on the ground because I was like, you know, if there's any deflection, I don't want to get hit by anything. If the lance goes down, that's fine. If you die,
Yeah. That's
Okay.
a sacrifice you're willing to make.
you know, I'll show up to the funeral. I'll make T-shirts. That's fine.
Sell them on the side, of course.
If you don't monetize my death, I'll be upset.
Fair enough.
From behind the camera, if you heard that noise with the windows up on, let's say, the bustling streets of Las Vegas, like, because that's right across from where we go to SHOT Show and stuff like that. We all know what that street sounds like. If you heard that, would you differentiate that at all in your mind from, let's say, like a slamming car door?
No, I wouldn't think twice about it.
No,
Yeah.
I would have thought it was just a standard.
I don't fault anyone for not immediately believing the official story. And
Why? After all the lies, you know, Cat Williams, the prophet of 2024, his words still remain. All lies will be exposed. I mean, come on. He called out Hollywood. All lies are being exposed, especially in 2025, the year of the snake.
I especially understand taking everything the government says with a fucking grain of salt. However, it is imperative we form our opinions around fact. And from what we've seen today, I'd be willing to say that whatever we've tested so far seems plausible. Don't use too much of that. We'll get another cease and desist from Discovery.
Ugh. Seriously? I'm sorry you got to go through with that.
Anyhow, guys, I hope this was educational for you. I hope it was entertaining as well. If there's anything in this video that you think I missed, please let me know down in the comments. It's a really weird niche that we've fallen into, just testing, you know, assassinations, conspiracy theories, and all sorts of stuff. But when I see the opportunity to take my own expertise and address things that are in the public discourse, I don't know, I think it's a good thing to take that opportunity and maybe educate some people on firearms. That and do a little bit of actual bona fide science, because, be honest with you, I didn't really know how today was going to work out. That just about wraps up this episode. I appreciate you staying all the way to the end, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next episode. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon. Like Rasputin's rise to the top. Back, je can't stop.
Yeah, which, by the way, sorry I was late. I was supposed to be here 15 minutes earlier, but my Tesla drove itself here.
And then what happened? Okay, I get it.
That
No.
joke bombed.
Now that was funny. It went kaboom.
I just now realized Connor's wearing a fucking ballistic vest.
Just in case. I don't know if this will stop, 50, but we'll find out. Now, Brandon,
We can find out real quick.
Let's
I
do
don't
it.
remember drinking that much blood.
All right. Not one but two Cybertrucks in the row. I learned a lot, and I hope you did too, because this was fun fun times. Whistling Diesel's video. We saw it go through another durability test, and then, hey, Brandon shows us how what probably could have maybe sort of happened when something went kaboom at Trump Tower in Las Vegas. Listen, keep your heads on a swivel and drink water, but you know what? I'm going to be a little bit cautious, as I said before, around a Cybertruck. It has earned my primal fear. Primal fear unlocked. Kit does not like the Cybertruck. Doesn't mean I don't respect it. Just if I see it on the road, that's bad news bears.